Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever sensed that a woman cared about you deeply, but behaved as if she didn't, then stay with me because what you're about to hear may genuinely change the way you see things. Before we dive in, take a quick second to like this video and subscribe, because what I'm about to share is the kind of emotional insight most men never truly hear. I'm speaking to you not only as a psychologist, but as a woman who understands the emotional layers many women never openly explain. There are times when a woman's emotions are intense, but her behavior becomes quiet, restrained, almost guarded. And if you misunderstand that silence, you can walk away from something meaningful believing she never felt anything at all. Here's the truth most men are never taught. When emotions feel dangerous, love rarely appears in obvious ways. It shows itself indirectly, subtly, hidden right in front of you. You may be expecting clear affection, direct words, dramatic gestures, emotional confessions. But when a woman is frightened by how deeply she feels, she often reacts in the opposite way. She creates just enough distance to protect herself while still revolving around your world in ways you won't notice unless you know exactly what to look for. Emotionally, this happens when attraction and fear exist together. She wants closeness, but at the same time she's afraid of rejection, losing control, or caring more than you do. So instead of fully leaning in, she covers it with neutrality, teasing, independence, or emotional distance. And from the outside you think, if she liked me, I'd be able to tell. But no, not always. Some women don't conceal their feelings because they aren't there. They hide them because those feelings matter too much. The mistake most men make is judging a woman's emotions only by what appears on the surface. But attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes the deepest feelings are the ones fighting hardest to stay hidden. What I'm about to show you are the subtle psychological signs, the behaviors that slip out when a woman cares far more than she wants you to realize. Miss these signs and you misunderstand her completely. She remembers the tiniest details about you, details you don't even remember telling her, yet she acts like it's no big deal. Maybe one time you casually mentioned a childhood memory, a place you used to visit, a favorite food or a dream you once abandoned. Then weeks later, she casually brings it up as if it randomly crossed her mind. Oh yeah, didn't you say you used to love that? Her tone stays relaxed, almost indifferent, but her memory is incredibly specific. That isn't random. That's emotional attention. When a woman has feelings she's trying to suppress, her mind begins tracking you differently. Psychologically, emotional investment sharpens memory. The brain naturally prioritizes what feels emotionally meaningful. She may act like she's not especially interested, but subconsciously she's quietly storing information about you. But here's the part most men misunderstand. She usually won't emphasize that she remembers. In fact, she may minimize it. She might brush it off, shift the topic, or tease you immediately afterward. That's not indifference. That's emotional self-protection. If she lets you realize how closely she listens, she suddenly feels emotionally exposed. A woman who doesn't care simply forgets. A woman who cares too much remembers everything while pretending she doesn't. You may assume she's just naturally friendly, or that she's like this with everyone. But pay attention to the pattern. Does she remember your stress before you mention it again? Does she ask about something important to you when it becomes relevant later? Does she notice subtle changes in your mood before you've explained anything? That's emotional attunement, and it rarely happens without deeper feelings attached to it. The reason she hides this is simple. Remembering someone is intimacy. It reveals that you matter to her. And if she's uncertain about where she stands with you, exposing that level of attention feels like revealing her emotional position. So instead, she disguises care as casualness. She makes devotion appear accidental. If you slow down enough to notice, you'll see it. Not through what she openly says, but through what she quietly holds on to about you. She pulls away immediately after moments of emotional connection. You have a meaningful conversation. You laugh together in a way that feels effortless, natural, almost intimate. The eye contact lingers a little longer. The atmosphere suddenly feels softer, warmer, more genuine. And right when it feels like something is opening emotionally, she changes. She replies slower. Her tone becomes more neutral. She seems busy, distracted, slightly more difficult to read. To you, it may feel like her interest faded, but emotionally something very different just happened. Closeness.